Right, so Monster Hunter, or Nathan Prescott's Monster Hunter, it needs to be called that.
Okay.
Nathan Prescott's Monster Hunter is a game where we're going to decide what the best monster in the mortal realm is. Because we've already decided what the best chariot is.
Okay.
So we're going to decide what the best monster is. Today, we're going to go through the Chaos monsters and the Destruction monsters, and we're going to pick one each.
Yeah.
The Twitch chat, you, me, all together. Then, on another show, we're going to go through the Order and the Death monsters. And then we're going to have a battle with them in a video, and we will decide who is the best monster.
Okay.
Are you up for this,
Yeah.
Mr. Nathan Prescott Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
So a little background before we get into it. Is it true that you are from Zimbabwe?
Yeah.
Is it also true that in Zimbabwe, the only way a man is allowed to get past the age of 13 is to, with his bare hands, hunt down a zebra?
A zebra?
Yes, or a koala.
To be honest, koalas are more scary than zebras, but you don't.
Well, because of the syphilis.
Unlikely to catch syphilis from a zebra.
Well, it depends how fast you can run. Think about that. That's just like the zebra will be. But and also this is to relate to Game of Thrones, right? Because so it's relate to Game of Thrones and it's to relate to Flesh Eater Corpse being incredibly dominant at the minute in the game. We're in dragon hunting season. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Monsters are a thing at the minute. They're a monster in the game. They're a monster in Game of Thrones, and so we're all about the monsters. So we're gonna go through the monsters. You up for that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've already established, thanks to the amazing Warhammer Age of Sigmar app, which I will never not congratulate Games Workshop on doing such an incredible job of making. I've already in my battle put all of the monsters.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So we're going to start to go through them one at a time. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, Twitch chat, please let us know what you think. All monsters will be rated by you and me, and we will get a cumulative total between you and me, and then to be tracked by the Twitch chat, who probably can't hear us because the internet's so weak. So we will fuck this up, but get ready. The first monster, out of 14. We're going to judge things out of 14.
Okay.
Yeah? The first monster is the Merowin.
Fuck yes. Yeah.
And there's going to be 2 criteria for judging a monster. It will be what it can do in a fight, and also how cool it is.
How good it is in a bath.
And the third criteria, so 4 criteria: how good it is in a bath, how good it is in a fight, how cool the model is, and finally, what you think it would be like to eat once it would be hunted and eaten.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the first one is the Merowin.
Yeah.
Inside of a bath, pretty strong rating.
Yeah. I reckon it's right up there.
It's right up there.
14, I'd give it probably 14.
Okay, good. So the story.
Fuck mother.
So, oh my god. Jet, you little shit. Thanks, All Boy Phil. Welcome back to the game. So, the first monster, Merowins, are a nightmarish creature able to traverse both land and sea.
Yeah.
Harbouring a malice. I mean, everything can traverse land and sea. Just sometimes they can't traverse the sea for particularly long.
Yeah, or the land for particularly long.
But either way, you are able to do both.
Like a turtle would struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could traverse some land for a while.
But then die.
Yeah.
Harbouring a malice cultivated in their this is, by the way, destruction. We're going to do destruction first. Harbouring a malice cultivated in their endless struggle for survival upon the ocean floor, they loose this hatred upon any foolish enough to go into the battle against them. The Merowin. What do you guys rate it out of 14? Twitch chat and Nathan Prescott. The model. You know what the model is.
The model's fairly cool. I suppose it's mono pose, so I'll give it about a out of 14. I'll give it 9.
A 9. Okay. What as the model?
Yeah.
Model, I would give it a solid 11 because I don't think many things look like it. It's cool. I think model-wise, story-wise, also.
But each of my turds look different to each other as well. Just because it does look different.
Yeah, that's a good point. But you are a South African, and so seeing different things does make you a racist. No, not even South African. I'm so sorry. I apologise. I will apologise to you later in Indabele, because I am one of the Shona tribe. Fucking Wakanda forever.
Fucking hell.
Right.
Fucking damn right, we'll apologise if you're a shonner.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Why are you being like this? Me and my Zutu people.
Holy fuckeroni.
Holy fuckeroni. Right. So, make sure I'm recording. I'm still recording. So it's got a shooting attack that's fine. The chill breath doesn't do much. It's got some hideous jaws, which aren't that hideous, although they are Rend 3. It's got a powerful tail, which potentially can do 6 damage, but it's only 1 attack. Do you know what? We're not going to read that. It's going to take too long to deal with the actual damage in the game. Yeah. So again, we're going to make this even less competitive, and it's going to be all based on the story and the model. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah. What?
Out of 14, the Merowin. Twitch chat and Nathan.
The whole overall score.
Yeah.
10.
10 for the Merowin. That's a strong start.
Out of 14, yeah.
Okay, out of 14. All right.
So that's like 60%.
Ortboyphil gives it a solid 10. Next up in the Destruction faction, just double check, is the Magma Dragon. Nathan Prescott. Oh wait, we didn't decide.
Holy bananas!
Holy bananas! We didn't decide what the Merowin would taste like if we hunted it and ate it. Cod and chips?
No, it probably tastes like crocodile.
Tastes like crocodile?
Yeah.
What does crocodile taste like? Being a vegetarian, I could say maybe it tastes like a carrot.
It all tastes like chicken. No, a crocodile, so it tastes a bit like fish. Yeah.
All right, nice. Okay, fish.
Bit of a white fish.
Hook and Pin reckons chicken. Speckles gives it an 8 overall. Ortboyphil loves this and gives it a 15 out of 14. So already fucking with the system. And JB 1878 says, yeah, I'm confused right now. And that's probably because he's from 1878. Which is so long ago. And then Sunny says that croc is a mixture of chicken and fish.
Yeah.
Interesting. Right, next up, the Magma Dragon. How would this do in a bath? Badly. Put the fire out.
Yeah, probably. I don't know how well it can swim. Probably not that well.
A dragon?
Be alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit like a Legovon. They can swim. So there you go.
Alright, deal. The Magma Dragon, model-wise, what do you guys think of the Magma Dragon? Oh, Leroy T, thanks for subscribing for 2 months. He also gives it a 7. Subscribe, 7. Yeah? I'm going for half.
Magma Dragon. Oh, I think it's a cool-looking dragon. Yeah.
Yeah?
No, looks vicious.
Okay, I think it's very cool. These primordial beasts are among the most malevolent of dragon kind. Their gullet burns with the intensity of a raging volcano, and when roused to wrath, they incinerate their foes with jets of flame, or else tear them to shreds with enormous fangs and claws. What do you think?
Wow, they're scary, eh?
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, they've got a cool-looking model, but I actually have built one of these, and it's not that good. It's quite bitty.
Bitty.
Yeah, like it's got lots of like. It doesn't really have much detail.
More
to
than
be
one
honest.
piece.
Yeah, it's not. Several, in fact. Welcome to the hobby. I'm going to give this, of all the dragons that they do, I quite like it, but I'm going to give it an 8. I think it's okay as a monster.
I really forgot what I gave it. What did I give it?
Your choice. OJ only gives it a 3. Speckles gives it a 3, but Speckles or a 14. No, he went 14, then he put 3. And then Jim says it's a 6. It's a weird parrot water dragon, which is kind of true. It does look like a parrot on the front end.
Yeah, I quite like it. I think it looks cool. I'm going to give it 10.
All right, nice. And finally, what do we both think it would taste like if we hunted it and cooked it?
Oh, I reckon it might be really nice, like a little bit spicy.
Yeah, so I think it would be spicy. I think it would be spicy. Like if you put oregano on some food. Like that kind of spicy. Oregano.
They're not spicy at all.
Oregano. Is oregano not spicy?
No.
No, fuck. You sure?
No, it's a herb. It's herby.
You sure?
Yeah, just like grass.
Alright, so I would make it like all Persian food. I would put vinegar and garlic on it. That's my experience of Persian food. Have you ever eaten at a Persian restaurant? Every fucking meal, everything they do, they're like, this is a banana, and it's covered in vinegar and garlic. That's all they do. They just put it on everything. It's wonderful culture, but I am glad the 300 beat them. Leroy says it would taste like burnt Nando's. Hooker Pin says paprika. Jim says, OJ says spicy for show. But then someone, Altboy reckons it would be very salty. Fucking hell. Okay. All right. So we've done that one.
Yeah.
The magma dragon, and this allows me. I'm glad we brought up a dragon second because I'd like to also introduce my new game.
Right.
Inside of this game.
Okay.
This is a quick side note. So the flesh-eating quartz dragon, Nath, I've been bitching about that a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So's everyone. You have. Everyone has. It's dumb.
Yeah.
But we're Age of Sigmar players.
We are.
We don't let people fucking tell us what to do.
Okay.
I'll take an army that's not real, and you'll take a dumb shit army like Dispossessed and move movement for your whole life.
Fuck you.
And you'll also take Gargants across the globe and tell me to fuck off while drunk on whiskey.
Yeah. So?
This is not a game. Yeah? Age of Sigmar is not a game, and I mean at the highest tactical level where any of us give a fuck. Yeah? If you got Flesh Eater Corpse, baby, I'm gunning for you. That's what I've just decided. So, what I would like everyone at home to track from this moment on, and Nathan and I intend to do this too, is track every dragon that we fucking kill. Ghoul Kings on Terrorgeist count as dragons. Every dragon that we kill. And then put up hashtag I killed a dragon 17 or whatever your number of dragon kills is.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And that way, we will keep the population of Ghoul Kings on Terrorgeist down. Because also, you should then also throw it against the wall.
Stomp on it.
And then give your friend 50 quid so they can buy a start collecting box. Because then they get some bonus ghouls as well.
Yay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, Speckles says, bring it, bitch, because he's got 6 of them. And Oscars says, hashtag hell yeah. So, hashtag I killed a dragon, and then the number of dragons you've killed after that, yeah?
Cool.
Yeah, and Altboy Phil says, hashtag I killed Vorgrath twice on Wednesday, which would be the Corn Dragon, so a mighty dragon. That only counts as 1, but all Ghoul Kings on Terrorgeist count as 2. Just FYI. OJ says, I played Ghoul King, Gristlegore, Terrorgeist at Justice Series, killed both of the dragons with Alarion in one turn. So OJ, that would be hashtag I killed 4 dragons.
He killed both with Alariel in one turn.
I don't understand how maybe they were already nearly dead.
Skills.
But well done, OJ.
Uh-huh.
You're our new champ. Leroy T says, does it count if you kill with Skaven? It counts if you kill them with everything. Yeah, they are priority target number 1. Yeah. Right, next up, Monster, the Dreadmaw.
Oh, this is a great one.
So FYI, I would just like to point out, because he's in the chat, and I appreciate this loads, there's a lovely man called Frank. He's wonderful. He's in the chat as WSD Gorelord. Frank has a habit of just sending me lists, either in WhatsApp or Facebook. So then, because of that, I built thehonestwargamer.com, spent thousands of pounds of my own personal money to make a website where we could all make lists, write guides, and then we could share them with our friends. So Frank, if you're listening, and I know you are because you've just Facebooked me, yeah, fuck off, yeah. Write your guide on the website, yeah, and then share it. Write a guide, and then I'll look at it. Yeah, you gorgeous, wonderful man. Right, moving on. The Dreadmaw. Yeah, looks like a giant snake. Would it survive inside of a bath?
Yes.
Because snakes can float. All right. The story for a Dreadmaw, if you're interested. Woodland King also puts hashtag I killed 1 dragon, shot it off with sky dwarfs. Nice.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Guns.
Dreadmaws are massive reptilian worms that spend most of their lives below ground, but only surfacing to hunt.
Oh, baby.
So, like me on Tinder. They use their hard rock-like coils to
Just
bind
like
and
you
crush
on
their
Tinder.
prey. to bind and crush their prey, and are able to tunnel through rock and soil as fish swims through water. So, yeah, would survive in a bath. What would you give the model / the narrative together, and also what do we think it would taste like? I think this would taste horrible, like gone off mushroom.
Snakes would taste alright, I reckon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is snake good eating?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that what you...
Loads of people eat snakes.
Yeah,
Great.
where you're from, I've never even seen a fucking snake, Nathan. I'm from an inner city English city. Yeah?
I've seen a snake in the UK.
Have you?
Yeah.
Were you snake hunting
I've seen
or at a
two-
zoo?
2 snakes in the wild, yeah. At somebody's house I was there, working, and then a snake pitched up. Little green-
Pitched up.
Little green-
and did a small country music festival.
Just like wiggled around, and then Remember that house where you came and helped me put the door in?
Helped is a strong term, but sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a massive snake there, jumped in that river at the bottom of the garden and swam across. It was
Fuck.
massive. It was about, well, for English sized snakes, it was about, must have been nearly 4 foot long, I reckon.
Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Okay. Pete Pratt says I trapped a Dreadmore on a roof once. OJ says Dreadmore tremors the movie in Warhammer form. Full marks, 15 out of 15. Tastes like bacon. Hashtag Kevin Bacon. And Jonathan Atlas says Dreadmore is a glory hole a la AOS. Not sure what that means, but okay. And Adam John 7 says he's currently setting up a female Tinder account or real life Dreadmoring.
Oh,
As
nice.
it's
I'm going to have to give this 13.5 then.
I'm going to give this. Do you know what? Points are a little bit strong, but actually in the game it's pretty good. I like the model. It's quite unique, so I'm going to give it a 13.
Yeah.
I really quite like this. And that's from Destruction as well. Yes, it is solid. Next up, a particular favourite of yours, Nath. It's not a squig. It's not a big squig. It's not a giant squig.
Oh, baby.
It's not even a super massive squig. It's a motherfucking colossal squig. What do you think about the colossal squig?
It's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's great.
As a model?
Model? Yeah, model's alright.
Only alright.
Yeah, I mean, when you glue it together, you've got to become a fucking dentist to try and figure out how the mouth goes together.
There's some reconstruction surgery on that
Yeah,
model,
there
right?
is, yeah. And all the fucking bits break off, like the stupid spear things that are sticking out, and its ears, the tips of its ears always break off.
Oh, okay. Because so it's a resin model
Yeah,
specifically.
yeah.
So point to note out. Well, that's bad. So we'll be against that.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear the story for it?
Yeah.
With their large, fleshy mouths, like you said, and boundless energy, colossal squigs unleash. This sounds like someone I'm looking for on Tinder. Colossal squigs unleash untold havoc in battle. These insatiable fungoid beasts messily devour swaths of foes in an instant, squashing everything in their path as they careen towards their next meal. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's about right.
And what do we think that squig would taste like?
All
We
right.
know that they come from spores,
They gotta be the mushroomy type thing.
so they taste like
a bit
mushroom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay. Just make sure that mic's close to your face, baby.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Alright.
We're going to one day make those YouTube guys really happy with the microphone sound.
Close guys.
Yeah, they're going to be so about it. So the first break screen gives this a 14. Speckle says 13 would have been 14 if it was undead. Jim Knight, yes, 12 because it's resin, would taste like boogers. White General says, a colossal space hopper, 10 out of 10, tastes like rubber. It's out of 14, buddy. And then Jonathan says, depends on the squig. And then Ortboy Phil says, colossal squig, 16 out of 14, would buy again. There you go. You have 2, Nath, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
14.
14. I also give this a 14. There is some strong squig bias on this channel, and you guys are going to have to accept that.
Yeah.
Next up, I think that's a chaos model. No, it's not destruction. We might... Oh, we'll have time to do more than one because the internet keeps breaking. Next up, the Basilisk, another Forge World model. Basilisks are creatures so Just got an image of me, like at school. Yeah, where you're like having to say the word. Say it out. Inimical. Do you know how to say
What
that?
the fuck is that word?
Inimical. So, the basilisk creatures are so inimical to life that they poison the very ground that they walk on. They are a living blight that can swiftly reduce an area to ruinous wasteland, destroying crops and slaughtering livestock with venom that suffuses both body and spirit. Yeah?
Yeah.
Jonathan Ellis says, description 1 out of 10. Fuck. I'm sorry, my brother. I'm so sorry. You said it right when you sounded it out. Inimical. I've never said that out loud.
Yeah. I don't even know what that fucking word is.
Oh, well, one of the guys in the Twitch chat will let us know. Fat Snork, I'm so sorry. But the basilisk, it's on a rock. Do we think it would survive inside of a bath? I don't think so, because it's on a rock hiding.
Well, I don't think it carries the rock with it.
No, as in, I think it's got on the rock to get away from the water.
Oh, to get away from the water.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
Oh, I think because it's so inimical, I reckon I can swim.
Yeah, it is so inimical. Yeah. But most models are so inimical. I never know what to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Inimical to life.
Yes, and what do we think it was? So it turns things to. So apparently it means unfriendly and hostile. That word that we can't say.
So, that's why I never heard it before.
Yes, that's true. JBM says, die to a 12-year-old in Harry Potter, 2 out of 14. That's a good argument. That's a strong argument.
That's not wrong.
What do you think? What are you going to give it? And what does it taste like, a basilisk?
Oh, I reckon if you ate it, you'd probably die because it's poisonous.
It is inimical.
Yeah, it's inimical.
There's going to be someone listening to this show who knows how to say that word, and every time I say it, they're going to be like, "Ah!
Stop being inimical."
Stop being so inimical to my ears.
How much am I going to give it out of 14? 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay. OJ says, I played a list with one in on Saturday. Absolute pants. Model cool. Tastes like crayfish. 5. But Red Sandy says, best list probably tastes like rattlesnake. Jonathan says, I think it would taste like basil. I agree. Or oregano. And then Jim 980 says, Brexit is inimical to the modern UK, for example. He's made me read that out. I don't know what that means. So I'm in. All right. I'm going to give it I really like the model.
Oh, okay.
I really like the model, but it is rubbish in the game and has been for a long while. And I've also had one for a very, very long time, and I've never actually ever bothered to paint it.
Oh, it's got 6 legs. 7, 8, 12.
It's got 8 legs.
24 legs.
It's got 8 legs. I'm going to give it the Breskalisk. I'm going to give it a 6.
Oh, okay.
I think this is pants. But it's fine. Next up, big fan of this model, the Rogue Idol.
Oh, yeah.
Would die in a bath.
Doesn't need air. It would just walk around on the bottom of the sea.
Yeah, but you could say that about anything in this. Any of the monsters could maybe not need air. We don't know. We did. So you guys, again, may not have heard the show where several times we've gone absolutely off any competitive
Some of them have got lungs.
Do you not?
They would need air. Like, okay.
Do you remember the show we did when they told us about releasing the Idneth Deepkin? And we went through every battle. We went through every battle tome in the game. Every scroll in the game.
They'd all drown.
And we talked about what would drown, and basically everything in the Mortal Realms died.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think?
I reckon it'd be alright in a bath. Big stone.
Alright, fine. Okay, so if the Idneth come...
Be fine.
Okay.
This would be fine. Everything else would be dead, but this would be fine.
Not everything would be dead. Squigs would float. Go back and listen to that show. We did an entire show.
Squigs floating. But they wouldn't be able to fight them.
Well, the eels?
Yeah.
The eels are in the water.
Yeah, the squigs are floating on the top. Squigs
can fly.
So?
Reticent says the moss might wash off in the bath. That's true. So, crudely fashioned by Uruk shamans from rocks and battlefield debris, rogue idols are daubed with sigils and animated by whack energy. Inimical. They are drawn inexorably. Oh, fuck. They are drawn in. Oh my god, my heart hurts. I think I'm passing out. Inexorably to the biggest battle, storming out of the wilderness to clobber their foes.
Sweet.
What do we give this?
14. 14.
We can't give all of the orcs to 14. Oh, okay.
Well, we've only done orc stuff so far.
That's true. Oh. Okay, 14. I give this guy, he's pretty cool. 14. What do we think this guy tastes like? A trip to the dentist. A knuckle sandwich.
Yeah. Tastes like shit. Ready, yeah.
But actually like that or like something else?
Depends what they built it out of. I mean, they build it out of all sorts of stuff. The ones that they build out of shit taste like shit.
Fuck.
The ones that they build out of granite taste like granite.
OJ says, not a fan, looks like a 10-year-old fantasy. By the way, everyone on Twitch, if you'd like to join in, or YouTube, make sure you leave comments on what exactly you think of these things. Not a fan, looks like a 10-year-old fantasy paper mache craft project. Tastes like bitter honeycomb 4. OJ's smashing it in the chat, by the way. And then Gruzzy says gravel sauce. Is that a thing? thick gravy. It might taste like really thick gravy, lumpy gravy.
Depends what they built it out of.
What, out the rocks?
Yeah, I mean they just use.
Is it made from rocks and battlefield debris?
Yeah, whatever they find lying
So maybe I can
around.
make like a rogue idol out of like loads of free peoples.
Yeah.
So I could build like a really fucked up looking rogue idol made out of humans.
Yeah, well, bits of
That would be cool.
tank and human.
Well, there's no
hats
tank.
and
There's a steam tank. You
Yeah.
can make it out of steam tanks.
bits of steam tanks.
Yeah.
and-
There's a modelling opportunity there. If anyone would like to build a rogue idol made out of like smushed up stuff from a battlefield in the Age of Sigmar, that would look good. Or you can make it the human centipede, as Jonathan says. So 14. Yeah. Mangler squigs.
Oh,
2 squigs
oh, baby.
tied together.
Yeah.
Possibly the most insane living weapons to be unleashed upon the mortal realms.
Possibly.
Mangler squigs crash bound and roll across the battlefield, leaving trails of torn and broken bodies in their wake. Not statistically true, but what do you think?
Yeah. No, and the new models are so great.
The model's great. Yeah.
So they'd struggle in a bath. 28. There's 2 of them.
28 because there's 2 of them. You can't argue with that maths either because it's 14 each. That makes loads of sense. Would taste like
Those big flat mushrooms.
what? Would they not taste like shiitake mushrooms?
No.
Okay.
The big flat ones.
Okay. Orifil says 1 out of 14 for the older model. Both of mine, the goblin's nose is broken off. And then Full Grima says 28 because it's 14 for each squig. Smart move there, Full Grima. Following on. Okay, and then it would taste like flat cap mushrooms.
No, the big flat ones.
What? Which ones are they? Not butter mushrooms. What are they?
No, the ones that grow like out of a tree and shit like that.
Rhett Sutton says tastes like poo. Tries to eat you back. 5 out of 14. Speckle says 2 balls always float in the bath. That's also a good point too. And then Jay Tuck, all the way from America, you gorgeous man, tastes like truffle butter. Nice, a classy gentleman.
Oh,
Yeah, who wants us all to have a good time. Hooker Pin, mushrooms, doesn't like mushrooms. I like mushrooms. They're nice. Alright, I'm gonna give it a 13. Fuck you. Next up.
Yeah.
So we're not doing any monsters that are ridden by anything. These are free monsters, organic monsters who aren't controlled by a master. And this would be a Skitterstrand Ragnarok.
Sweet.
Yeah. Creeping out from their web-wreathed Schissian layers, Skitterstrand Ragnarok spiders burst through temporary realm gates to snatch up their prey, biting off heads and injecting paralyzing venom and dragging choice victims away into the darkness. So these are the date rapers of the mortal realms. The model is a bit old. I like the spider model, but
I really like the model.
I really like the model, but it's a bit old.
So? What's wrong with the age of it?
I don't know. I think, or maybe it takes more skill than me. You probably could do like some really good like freehand on the carapace. I think that's the right word.
Carapace.
You know, I'm saying words today. I'm turning up and trying, you bellend. Yeah, give me. Yeah. So I just think it takes a better painter than me to make one of those look really, really good. Or Paul Bucklers. Have you seen Paul Bucklers?
Yeah.
They
I mean, yeah, you can change the positioning of it all pretty good. I think it's more flexible than like the newer models. Oh, I really like the model.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. And then it would taste like crab.
Lobster. Yeah, crab. Lobster,
Crab.
Spider.
Okay, and would not survive in a bath.
No.
No.
Well, this is the one that comes through fucking realm gates, so who the fuck knows where it's coming out?
Yeah, but if it comes to a realm gate into
In
a
a
bath,
bath.
we
Then-
all remember the TV show.
Then it'll just empty the bath.
We all remember the TV show Sliders and the TV show Stargate. And you can't ever, and also every teleport mechanic in every sci-fi, you can't teleport into a mountain, so you can't teleport into a river.
Okay.
That's just the science of it. Although you're right, inside the Age of Sigmar narrative, when the Skaven dug a hole into the sea, the entire sea, that's right, Age of Sigmar story writers, the whole fucking ocean poured into the Skaven city through a warp hole. So whether or not warp holes and realm gate holes are the same, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's so.
In which case, it would survive, because This is too complicated, realistically. But we went way too serious down that rabbit hole. And Jonathan says spiders walk on water, but not if they get teleported in. It's complicated. It's a bath.
They do run on the top of the water. It depends if it's in the water or just dancing around on the top, I guess. Surface tension, all of that. Because they're very light.
Not an Ragnarok, though. Like a little spider would be, but an Ragnarok's a monster. But then I guess it does depend on the size of our bath.
Yeah.
Because it's already going to drown. Dan Elkins says there are a few Stargate episodes where they open the underwater gate, I think. Listen. Coming soon to another show, the more complicated conversation of teleporting into things.
bath. I reckon
I'm going to give this an 11, personally. It's a cool spider, it's a cool monster, but compared to the other monsters, it's only cool.
Yeah, I'll give it 12. I like it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Have they got a towel? Look, we'll talk about that later. Right, there are... next up, this one's rubbish. We won't even bother talking about it. Would it survive in a bath? No, because it's too stupid to get out. It's the El Guzzler Gargant, Nathan.
Ooh, baby. He's great. He'd drink his way out the bath.
He would drink his way out the bath. But wouldn't he then throw up because it was water and not ale?
Probably.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So the El Guzzler Gargants that accompany the Gloomspite hordes into battle are often combating raging hangovers from drinking too much crude fungus brew. They fight for more Everyone, by the way, you should go onto the app and just read the fluff of a couple of the things, because the narrative. Sorry, Phil Kelly, love you. Because it's fucking cool, right? Gets you into it.
Yeah, definitely.
They fight for more barrels of the same foul stuff, so that they can get inebriated all over again.
Ooh,
so
baby.
these guys are like winos, which we have here in the UK.
Yeah.
They drink too much and they live on the streets. Other examples of those around the world would be everyone in Russia. Also, and I mean this, I think I saw Paul Bastian watching earlier, everyone in Ireland. And I don't and everyone of Irish descent in America. I think I've cleared that up, right?
Yeah.
All of those people. So
You might
the
as well just
Irish
include
El Guzzler
Scotland.
Gargant.
Yeah.
What do we make of him?
He's great.
Yeah.
15 out of 14, definitely.
As a model,
yeah,
you can put quite a lot of cool stuff on top of this model, can't you?
He comes with loads of stuff as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
The kit is really, it's great. It's got loads of extra bits and bobs that you can use for other stuff, but also there's loads of like different poses and different weapon options, everything. Yeah.
And currently inside the Destruction faction, they are also, you get Johan. Good point, Jonathan Atland.
Yeah.
You also get Running Away Man.
Johan.
John, the honest Wargamer is going to tomorrow post up a war scroll for Johan.
Johan.
What?
Johan.
What?
That's how
do you know how to say? You know how to say Johan?
Not Johan.
Yeah, it's Johan.
That's so English.
No, it's what?
It's not an English word. It's Johan.
Someone tried to make me learn that in Zulu this weekend. I can't do it.
Makumbi.
Yeah. I tried to do it. I was like,
Makumbi.
I can't do it.
Makumbi. Makumbi.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't speak Zulu.
Okay, you can call him Johan then.
Yeah.
But he's really Johan.
Okay, so you do get him, and the story's cool because these guys are basically a giant raging alcoholics. If any of you out there, by the way, are dealing with an addiction problem, make sure you speak to someone. Big love to everyone out there listening. You guys are wonderful people. Always find a friend to talk to, and if not, message us Wargamer and we will talk to you.
Yeah.
But if not, drink all day long. First Braintree says 14 definitely.
Yeah.
JBM says 8 out of 14 looks like your dad. So Nathan, apparently it looks like you. OJ says goofy model, unreliable, tastes like a soaked bar mat.
Tastes like pork chops.
It doesn't taste like pork chops.
Does.
This will taste like, what this tastes like is when you've woken up in the morning and then there's that half a bottle of beer left and then you have a swig because your mouth's so dry because you've drank so much. That first hit of dry, stale beer, that's what it would taste like in meat form.
Beautifully marbled meat, marinated. It's going to be like pork chops. It's going to be great. Or like
fucking pork chops.
hippopotamus steaks.
You can't. Don't fuck with hippopotamuses. That's the real monster inside this would be a hippopotamus. A hippo would kill everything in the mortal realms.
Tastes the best.
Well, I don't know about that. Listen, have you tried broccoli? It's so good. Hypnocracken, thanks for subscribing for 30 months in a row. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Speckle says it tastes like piss-soaked peanuts from a bar. Orbit Phil says Marauder Giant is a solid 14 out of 14. And JBM says hippos are fucking terrifying. They are. The Honest Wargamer, as a group, all of us, I think we should be scared of hippos.
I'll keep my eye open and we'll go past the Trent later.
Also, a hippo would survive. Yeah, Dave, you've seen 2 snakes. Imagine how fucking scared you'd be if you saw a hippo.
I've seen hippos.
Did you run like the wind? Or was it on when you're on one of your hunts for the zebra so you could become a full man of Zimbabwe?
Yeah.
Which one was it?
I didn't run like the wind. They were in the water and I wasn't, so it was fine.
You know when you ran like the wind when you were 13, was it nice because you finally got to feel what the wind felt like through your hair, and now you'd missed the feeling?
Yeah. Exactly like that.
All right, so what are we giving this out of 14?
14.
Okay. You've given a lot of 14, by the way.
What is this?
The Elgers Gargan.
Yeah, no, definitely 14. I've already said that.
Okay,
yeah.
Twitch chat.
I thought we were talking about hippos again. No.
Leroy, it would taste like that kind of beer someone uses as an ashtray. That's a good point. Jim980 says, Oscar Lyle's paint. I've got a crush on you after seeing you at Sigmarines in White Dwarf. I think everyone's got a crush on Oscar Lyle's, and today he did tell me that the back door was the best door. Don't know what he meant by that, but he's Swedish. So Dan Elkington says, I saw a pygmy hippo at a zoo a few months ago, and it did a shit. Funniest thing ever. Oh, Hydro says hippos account for more deaths per year than the great white shark. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, you are right to be scared of them. I know. This is why they're like, release the Idneth. They're like, yeah, they've got a shark in. I'm like, sharks? Eels? Not bothered, mate. 2 terrifying creatures. Badgers. Hippos.
Cool.
Are you not scared of badgers?
No.
Why do you think they do badger baiting? Because they're scared of them. They need to keep the numbers down, otherwise they'll take over. Smart as well. Build warrens. Do you know what builds warrens? 2 things. Badgers and pirates. Yeah? Quintessentially what we're saying is that badgers have the same intellectual acumen as pirates, and pirates were the terror of the seas in the 14th century or whenever, 16th century. If hippos and badgers got together, and this is key, yeah, what would happen is the badgers would ride on the back of the hippos' backs, yeah, and then we would never be safe in the sea lanes again.
What about honey badgers?
No, they're just into honey, and honey's really nice. That's fine. I don't really know anything about science.
Everything's scared of honey badgers in the bushveld.
Are they?
Like lions, elephants. If they see a honey badger, they're like, no, it's alright. We'll leave that alone.
Fuck those honey badgers.
Yeah. Elephants will not go near a honey badger.
Really? Okay, so what we're saying is the Battle Tome honey badgers plus hippos is the most that are all pirates. Is the most scary Battle Tome that we could ever face.
Yeah. Didn't you ever watch that video where that leopard tried to kill a honey badger and then eventually just gave up because the honey badger just kept coming back to life?
No.
They're the ones where the snakes bite them and poison them, and then they die and then they come back to life and eat the snake.
What the fuck? They rise from the dead.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
You can't kill a honey badger, yeah.
Should we just fucking put this down? Because apparently honey badgers are scarier than anything we could read about. Okay. Oh, fuck. They rip off your face, honey badgers are the fiercest. Everyone in the Twitch chat is now like, fuck Warhammer, let's talk honey badgers. Honey badgers are demons, says JPM. And then honey badgers are Jon Snow. And if you haven't got to that part of Age of Sigmar, not Age of Sigmar, sorry, Game of Thrones, apologise. All right, so next up is the Bone Grinder Gargant. Another Gargant, but bigger.
Yeah.
The Bone Grinder Gargant, we already know would lose quite severely to a honey badger, is heralded by the earth-shaking footsteps as it stomps its way across the battlefield. Its sheer size, stupidity, and propensity for drunken, ill-tempered violence makes others of its kind seem positively serene in comparison. That's it. I'm getting one. That's a fucking amazing description. I'm in. The model's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool. Although I don't think it's very posable, so having more than one might be quite difficult.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I've not actually got my hands on one of these models, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, the ones I've seen that look pretty sweet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Solid.
Right.
Solid. Yeah, I've seen some out in the wild. Story wise, pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like the idea that they're just stomping around. And what would it survive in a bath? Says it's stupid, so no. I imagine it would die in a hilarious
Probably
fashion.
just get wet feet.
Well, yeah, but we have to compare everything to be able to fit in the bath. Yeah, otherwise,
But it would probably get clean and then not survive because it'd be like, I'm clean.
and it'll fall over. It would slip. It would get out of the bath, slip over, bang its head, die.
Or kill a stonehorn or something.
Yeah, or kill a stonehorn. Yeah, Jonathan, thank you for subscribing for 8 months in a row. And then rerolling ones. Are we going to talk about awesome bacon? Isn't it? I don't like bacon. Veggie bacon though. Had some this weekend. Real solid. Real good. JBM says 2 out of 14 looks like a court jester. Nath, what do you think it might taste like? A bone grinded gargant.
Probably a bit like veal. Or maybe, yeah. Oh no, I reckon it tastes like bacon. Yeah.
What? A bone grinder gargant?
Yeah, bacon.
Bacon. All right. Okay, I don't know. I'm in though. I don't know what would it taste like. The thing is, it looks like really like a man, and all I picture is like
That's
a
why
really.
it would taste like bacon.
I just.
That's what men are supposed to taste
I just
like.
picture a really sweaty gay giant who wants me to lick
Which
him.
bit are you going to eat?
Huh? Got him. His dick. I'm
like sausage. Then,
I'm going to give the bone grinder a 12. I like the bone grinder.
Oh, I like it.
12 out of 14.
Yeah, it's not an ale guzzler, so I'll give it 13.
Hi, Collie Cochrane. I've just joined. What's going on? We're discussing what it would like if a honey badger fought a bone grinder gargant while you were trying to suck it off. That's where we're at currently. If some of the Twitch chat could catch him up though with what we're doing, the game we're playing. Next up is I think the final. Yeah, this is the final chaos monster, unless I've missed any, which would be
Destruction.
Destruction monster. Sorry, the Dank Hold Troggoth.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah, so not the character version. So the model is incredible, I would say, but I know you painted one up. Dank-Hold Troggoth sleep deep underground until the Gloomspite moves them to lumber up to the surface and wreak havoc. They swat and crush everything within reach, soak up spellcraft like sponges, and are nigh unkillable with battle. Wrong. That's wrong. I mean, in the story maybe, but in the game no. So what do you give it? Would he survive in a bath?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah. There's a story in the Gloomspite book where a bunch of Troggoths came out of their mountain hold, walked through the center of a free people's town, like just all the way through. The free people like fighting them off, but they just smashed their way through, and then they just smashed their way out the other side. So the people in the town were like, "Huh?" And then they just walked into the ocean, and then gone. So they like people in the town then heard a few months later about another town, the other side of the ocean, where these Troggoths just turned up. Walked out of the ocean, smashed their way through the town, and went out the other side.
Good.
So yes, they'll survive in a bath.
So they'll survive in a bath. All right, good. Next up, the model.
I'll give them the model. So I've not built mine yet, but if they're anything like the rock guts, I mean they look cool, but the actual building them is a bit of a. They like loads of mold lines, and it's weird plastic. It's almost like the terrain plastic.
What, the Troggoth stuff?
Yeah,
so they had it done in China?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, the terrain stuff that's a weird plastic is from China.
Yeah.
Really interesting. I didn't know that they would ever do anything off-site.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Did not know that.
Yeah, once they're built, they look fucking sweet as anything, though. Really nice. So, yeah. I'll give it 12.
12. All right, I think.
And what does it taste like?
What Troggoth? What's it taste like? Fuck.
I mean, you gotta be careful eating Troggoth, or you end up like.
Would it taste like eel, or would it be like? Is it? Are they meant to be quite like tough, meaty wise?
Well, they're regenerative, aren't they? They regenerate. So there's the story of that that goblin. What the hell's the old goblin? The
Scarlet.
No, the other one, the Gitmob one, that went and invaded Ulthuan.
Paunch. The paunch.
Yeah, Grom the Paunch.
Yeah, Grom the paunch.
Yeah, he ate a bit of Troggoth, and it made him bigger, and he then gained the ability to regenerate.
So I know what he would taste like. He tastes like weed edibles, because you've seen how those people have like loads of like some people have like some like motor neurotic diseases and stuff,
Yeah.
and then they have weed edibles. And then they have weed edibles, and then they stop all the shaking and stuff, so they regenerate. Basically, I don't think medically they call it regenerating, but I'm naming it.
They become trolls.
They become trolls, so they're eating troll snacks.
Yeah.
So all weed cookies in the Age of Sigmar community now to be referred to as troll snacks. Fancy a troll snack? Please don't game and troll snack. I would not suggest that.
So
or maybe do.
Probably change you, but so I don't know what it tastes like.
Okay. All right. In the chat, Rufus says Arby's roast beef. Mud cake says Jonathan Etland. Troggoth. Snail curry says Speckles.
Oh yeah, probably tastes like Timby.
Nick says that his Troggoth went together fine. What, a worm? Shit.
I'm a funny one.
I'm a party worm, which is what apparently I am. All right, so so you gave a lot of monsters 14. Twitch chat, so that's Destruction. That's monsters from Destruction. Twitch chat and Nathan.
2 monsters 14. That one I gave a 12, and I gave the other one 28.
So you have to pick 2 of those monsters to go through to the grand final.
Into a fight.
Yeah, into a fight for best Destruction monster.
I'm gonna choose the Ale Guzzler Gargant,
Obviously.
And the Mangler Squigs.
And the Mangler Squigs.
Yeah.
Okay, so both Moonclan. Wonder what the Twitch chat get. But this game has been called Nathan Prescott's Monster Hunter, so Nathan does get to decide, and it's got nothing to do with me. So you've decided for Mangler Squigs and the Elgos of the Gargant.
Yeah.
Okay, so they'll be battling it out for Best Destruction Monster. And then obviously for the title of Best Monster. All right. So now we're going to go on to Chaos Monsters, but we're going to take a small break. Dun 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 dun. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this. I just want everyone to like walk away and just go, I'm having a great hobby day today.
That was a great break.
So the new break is the Warhammer Big Community Survey has come out.
Okay.
Have you seen?
No.
So I thought what would be cool is if we did it together.
Okay.
Would you be up for it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're doing it. It's in English, although it would be much funnier to do one in the other languages, I've realised. But maybe for like 5 minutes, and then it would get pretty dull. So, Nathan, what's your Tokoloshi?
What's my Tokolosh?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, is it me? In blackface.
You, my Tokolosh. No, you're not. What's my Tokolosh? I haven't got a Tokolosh.
Okay.
I am my Tokolosh.
You're your own Tokolosh. Wow. If anyone's not sure what that is, it's you can watch Ace Ventura and it'll be in there. Right, so
Is it one in?
Yeah, just doing it now, says First Brain Squig. So get ready, everyone. You can open it up on your phone. So we're all going to do it together. You can find it on the WarhammerCommunity.com. I'll give you a second to catch up. So, Nathan, first question. Where did you hear about this survey?
On the Honest Wargamer.
Let's see if that's an option. First off, an official Games Workshop Facebook page. No. WarhammerCommunity.com? No. An official Games Workshop email newsletter? Also no. By visiting Games Workshop or Warhammer store? No. GamesWorkshop.com? No. Forge World? No. Others, please specify. I will. On the Honest Wargamer. Okay, easy peasy.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, next question. Please select your location. Oh no, this is like data mining though. What if they get us? Do we want them to... We should be drunk for this. This would be funnier.
Okay.
What if they try and find out where we live?
Oh, I don't live here.
Touche. I see you've commuted to works before. Okay, we're in the UK. That's broad enough that we're fine.
We're in the studio.
In the studio, no, there was no option for in the
Oh.
studio. How long have you been? Oh, this is a controversial question. How long have you been one of our fans? Would you say you're a fan of Games Workshop at all?
Yes. I have been since I bought the Battle for Skull Pass set.
So 5 to 6 years, or 7 to 10 years.
7 to 10 years, I reckon we've been doing it.
All right, deal. Yeah. How did you first hear about Warhammer? All right. Through a friend or family member, social media, so I can guarantee it wasn't that, a search engine, I can guarantee you definitely didn't do it via that system, Games Workshop, or a Warhammer store, through another store, White Dwarf, a computer game, reading the fiction, Warhammer 40,000 Conquest, or an advertisement, or an other, please specify. How did you hear about it?
Walking. So
Walking!
so at the Warhammer store.
At a Warhammer store. I heard about it through a friend or family member.
Did you?
Yeah, through a friend. But I'll put the store because we've already put yours. Yeah, my friend took me to play Warhammer. Well, he actually came around my house and played. We played Battle for the Skull Pass. My very first army was Spider-Fang, or the Orcs and Goblins at the time,
Cool.
which was sweet. And I kicked his ass.
Yeah.
I made him run away. Fail a leadership check. What originally drew you to Warhammer? Was it the models, the setting and lore, the game, socializing in the community, building and painting, or other? Please specify.
I would say the models, yeah.
It's a hard one though, right? Because realistically,
It's
you walk into the store
combination
and the
of
models are
everything.
there,
Yeah.
and you can't really get into the game. It's a tough question because you get into the game via the models, and then you buy the books which are about the models, and you don't really.
Then you get the story, and then you
buy
on the
more
story,
models.
Then you want to join.
I don't think that's a very great
That's
question.
All of them.
Yeah. I'm gonna put other.
All of these.
Poor
things.
question. Yeah, we'll do that. Poor question. All of it. I would say.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, next up. How easy or difficult were the following? Learning how to build the models.
Sorry, how was asked the question?
Yeah, sorry. Learning how easy or difficult were the following? Yeah, from very hard to very easy. Learning how to build the models.
Easy.
Easy. Agreed. Unless it's Forge World, in which case, very hard.
Impossible.
Almost impossible.
But this is a Warhammer studio.
Yeah, this is true.
When the Forge World send their one up,
that'll be the bestest.
Loads of different answers.
Yeah. How easy was it learning to paint?
Yeah, easy.
You could already paint before this then, paint walls and stuff.
Yeah.
Surely the question would be learning to paint well. I'm going to put very easy, because you just put paint on something.
You spread it around.
Yeah. It's almost impossible to miss. I like how there's someone walking in. He walks into the store and he's got a model and a paintbrush and some paint. And he says to the guy, he's like, I can't do this. And he goes, well, what's wrong? The blending or your paint's too thick? He goes, no, literally, watch. Just misses. You need some glasses, mate. That's what you need. You're blind. Learning about... How easy was it to learn about the settings? So the setting for the game.
How easy is it to learn about the set? At the moment, it's pretty easy. There's like...
You buy the core book.
Yeah,
is
you
the
can
best way to...
buy the core book, but also if you...
I'd say buying the core book's the easiest way.
Yeah. That's probably the easiest way. But I've enjoyed the build-up to the Malign Portals, all those stories and stuff like that. That was cool.
But when we were into it, like in the start, Warhammer Fantasy Battle, which would be learning about the settings. It's never been easier to learn about Age of Sigmar, but I've already learned it now, and that's now. So actually, originally it was very hard to learn about the story for Age of Sigmar because it came in 4 giant £75 books that were rubbish. So the Realm Gate War books was the only way we got the story originally.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And actually that was...
Well, originally was when it was Warhammer Fantasy Battle, and then it was just in the big red book.
Which was easy again.
Yeah.
So, very easy. We've gone full cycle. We've gone very hard to very easy. No, very easy to very hard to very easy.
Yeah.
Right, nice. Very easy. Right, cool. Learning the rules. 4 pages, mate.
It's
It's 4 pages, mate.
Originally, or what? What's
Well, let's just call this AOS. Oh, wait,
yeah.
well, but originally it was Warhammer Fantasy Battle, so very hard.
Yeah, that was mental.
So, again, poor formatting, right?
Yeah, but yeah, Age of Sigmar was cool.
Age of Sigmar, very, well, I wouldn't say it's very easy
It's
now.
not very easy now. It's got a bit more complicated.
I'm putting very hard because I had to read the big red book for Warhammer Fantasy Battle.
Oh, okay.
And that was basically impossible to understand. Flank charges, mate.
Flank shot.
Yeah, when you flank charge, you didn't know where your character was.
Down a hill.
How easy was it to find opponents?
Easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
I'd also agree with that. Well, it's, yeah. Choosing an army or faction? Very hard.
Easy.
No, it's very hard.
No, it's easy.
No, okay, which faction have you picked?
Dispossessed and Goblin.
So that's 2 factions. So it's very hard to pick one faction.
I didn't say one.
Pick an army or faction. Doesn't say factions.
Doesn't have to be one.
Choosing an army. 1.
An army a day.
So it's very hard. It's almost impossible to pick an army. Change my mind.
Just pick Dispossessed and Grots.
Right, next question. Overall, how easy was it to get started in the Warhammer hobby?
It was fine after we sold the house and put all the kids up for adoption.
Well, they get in the way of the painting.
Well, yeah.
Is the main issue. It's very easy to get in, very impossible to leave. Please give a reason for your choice. I put very easy, and I'm answering with I'm
You've
stupid.
got an addictive personality.
And also I'm stupid is going to be the follow-up to that.
Okay.
Have you introduced any of your friends to the Warhammer hobby? Yes or no?
Yes.
Also true for me. Oh, there's a next page. Next. Dun, 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 dun. The next question is, how many?
How many what?
Just so for everyone at home.
How many friends?
Oh, yeah, I imagine how many friends. But it just says, how many?
2.
What, into the hobby?
Yeah.
Okay, 2. JBM says, guys, this is long as shit. It is. I'm sorry, but we're going through it. This is good evening, Dino Tire Edition. Have you ever bought any Games Workshop miniatures? Why the fuck would that be in this?
Yes.
Yes, you plums. Next. How often do you purchase any projects, excluding Forge World? Fuck those guys. How often do you purchase any our products, Nathan, excluding Forge World?
Monthly. Once a month, maybe.
Once a month?
Yeah.
Okay, so monthly. Let's go for that. On average, how much do you spend on each purchase? A lot less.
Yeah.
£20 to £40.
Yeah.
For which of these games do you own a miniature? Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, No Middle Earth, Blood Bowl, Horus Heresy, not Warhammer Underworlds because it's gay. I've used that word. There's no way out of it. I apologise, and I'm now going to delete my Twitter. Because it's rubbish. Warhammer Quest. That's Shadespire, right? Not Shadespire.
Something else.
Yeah, I'm going for it. Warhammer Quest. Adeptus Titanicus. I would love to, but no. And then other, please specify. There's no other games, is there? Don't say Skirmish. I'm out. Next up, I think the last miniature unit or box that you bought, why did you choose it? The options are, I like the look of the models. Does this take forever? I like the lore behind the models. I wanted to paint it or them. I wanted to add them to my army for games. I wanted to add it to my collection. I wanted to use elements of the model conversion. It was a gift. Mine is I wanted to play it in a game because that's the only real answer for me.
Awesome.
What's yours?
Probably several of those things. I like the look of it, and I wanted to play with it in a game. And I want it to be in my collection.
Your collection. All right. What age were you when you first bought your Games Workshop miniature? 20 to 29. You?
32, whatever the next number is.
Fuck, you bought yours I didn't know the company was around in 1947. Which aspect of the Warhammer hobby do you take part in? Collecting? Building and painting? Playing? Reading Warhammer fiction, Black Library books.
Yeah.
Got Trade Felix. Get it now. What's your favourite aspect of the Warhammer hobby? Collecting? No. Building and painting? Yes. Playing? Oh, fuck. I skipped. Oh, can I go back? Fuck. Oh, no, I can. Playing. I'm putting playing. That's my favourite bit.
Yeah. Playing with your mates. Yeah.
Playing with your mates is the best. Please don't take that out of context. What is for you the most important thing you get out of the Warhammer hobby, Nathan?
Playing with your mates.
I agree. I'm writing that down. Playing with your mates. That is the best bit. And I include everyone who's currently watching or is going to watch this back as one of my mates. What do you like most about What do you like most about our products? The mates I have who like it.
They don't produce our mates.
Huh? But that's the thing I like the most about their products is my mates who like their products.
The fact that your mates like it.
No, not the fact that my mates like it. The fact that the people who like the products are normally my mates.
Oh, okay.
That one's right. Yeah. What do you like least about our products? My mates who like my mates who like the products because they're dicks.
All the salt that comes with them.
Yeah, that's
the high salt content.
How far are you from your nearest Games Workshop, Warhammer store, stockist, or independent stockist?
About 3.7 miles.
Less than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
What best describes your gender? Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm so triggered. Nathan.
Have we got any options?
Yeah, okay, so sorry. Male, female, prefer not to say, prefer to self-describe, and interestingly, honey badger.
Honey badger.
Prefer to self-describe, honey badger. I identify as a honey badger. How old are you? Mentally, 15 and under. You are in full. Next question. You are in full-time employment, part-time employment, full-time employment, right? Yeah. What gaming systems have you played in the last 6 months? Warhammer 40,000, Nathan. Why not?
Sucks balls.
Sucks balls. Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
Nice. Middle Earth strategy battle game.
No, I wish I had, but I haven't.
Yeah, I wish I had, but I haven't. Blood Bowl.
No, I wish I had, but I haven't.
Same. Necromunda.
No.
Wish I had, but I hadn't. Also, Warhammer Underworlds. Never want to.
Yes, I have played that.
How was it?
It was cool.
Warhammer Quest. Nope.
I don't know. No.
The Horus Heresy.
No.
Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team.
No.
Adeptus Titanicus.
No.
None.
No.
Other.
No.
What other games are there? Where do you play?
Skirmish. Yes, other skirmish.
Also, McLean Enamel says Nathan equals honey badger, Rob equals female. Wow. Necromunda isn't on there. That's weird. Down Edition also says hi Nathan.
Hello.
And Down says it was okay actually to play Warhammer Underworlds as 3+ player game. It was kind of plays totally different. Okay. Where do you play? At my local Games Workshop Warhammer store, at my local independent game store, at home or friend's house, tournaments, events, at a gaming club I don't play.
Yes.
So at least 3 of those.
Yeah.
4 of those. No, and events. So at a gaming club, I played there the other day. So I clicked everything other than I don't play. So many places. Okay. Oh my God, there's another page. If you guys are bored of this, I'm so sorry. Right, which type of play do you prefer? Bondage play. These are the options, honestly. Bondage play, spanking, electrocution, dressing up like Harry Potter characters, or honey badgering.
All of the above.
Oh my God, we might have to stop soon because match play, narrative play, open play, I don't play, or other. Which do you prefer?
So you have to choose one.
You have to choose one.
My favourite type of play, which I don't get to play very often, is open play.
Yeah? Open play. So I would say match play, and I would, so my thoughts are, because we don't necessarily disagree, but you need a huge volume of system mastery in order to play open play. So you have to be quite well researched or terrible at the game, and then open play works quite well because you don't understand that stuff's rubbish. You're like impressed by everything. You're like a Cygor with his one rock attack. You're like, man, I'm gonna throw a rock, and you're like, oh, it's this one dice and a rock, 4 to hit. Oh, I'll hit you with a rock. But then actually in the game, if you play it, you're like, oh my god, this is horrific. So you wouldn't mind putting down like 13 Cygors. Someone's like, I've got 13 Cygors. You'd be like, that's fine, man. They suck. So like you need to go one of the two ways, and anything in between, if you have an intermediate amount of knowledge, I would say that open play then becomes like quite complex because you can't manage it well enough.
Yeah, I mean they're all pretty cool. There's not a lot in it really. Open play is cool, narrative play is sweet, and a match play is obviously good fun. So
yeah. All right. Okay, so I'm putting that. We're gonna give them 5 more questions, then we're stopping. What's your favourite setting, Nath? Warhammer 40,000, the Horus Heresy, or Warhammer Age of Sigmar? Okay. Mine's the Horus Heresy. Sigmar's done a lot to improve, but it really can't compete with the volume of setting in the Heresy, in my opinion. But I think it could get there eventually, which I'm excited about. How much time do you spend engaging with each aspect of the hobby in a typical week? Do you read Black Library fiction?
I do.
Less than an hour or more than that?
Oh, less than an hour.
Less than weekly.
When I get it, I'll get it loads, but I don't get it that often.
Yeah. Reading about Warhammer Online. How many hours of your life is reading about Warhammer Online?
All of the hours.
More than 8 hours. Building. None. Less than weekly. Less than an hour. 1 to 4 hours. 4 to 8 hours.
Every week. I'll say about an hour a week, I guess, on average.
Okay, less than an hour. Yeah, okay. 1 to 4 hours. Painting? 1 to 4 hours?
Yeah.
Nice. Playing 1 to 4 hours? That's a game?
Yeah, try and play once a week.
Okay. So then 4 to 8 hours would be more than that.
Yeah.
Watching Warhammer related videos and live streams. Awkward.
Does this count?
I think being on one counts.
Me watching you count as we talk?
While we're talking, like your eyes are live streaming my face. I don't know if that counts. That's interesting, I guess, because the only thing I watch fairly religiously is Warhammer Weekly.
Okay.
So that's the only video content.
Yeah,
and again,
I do listen to podcasts, but I don't know if that's watching. It's not. It's listening, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. But watch. Because I assume they're working out whether or not people care about video. Which all marketing research would say yes. So less than an hour, you watch. Listening to podcasts though.
Yeah, loads.
1 to 4 hours or 4 to 8 hours.
4 to 8 hours.
Okay. Playing Warhammer related video games. Ooh.
0.
If they'd have got me during Warhammer End Times. No, I mean Warhammer Total War Days. Oh my god, 1 to 4 hours. Okay. All right, we're going to stop now because that's enough, and we'll get back on with our game. But oh my god, there's loads. There's loads. And if you guys are out there, I'm sure it's really beneficial to do it for the community and have your say. So probably smash it out. Whether or not they listen or not, like I wouldn't put too much stock in. Like I've done the survey, so don't worry, all my problems are going to get fixed. So I wouldn't do that. But there you go. No more of that. You happy with that? You happy with what we did?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't actually input it, so.
No, I'm not then.
So should we get on with the game? Nathan Prescott's Monster Hunter.
Cool. Let's hear about these chaos monsters.
Yeah, so if you guys have just joined us, Nathan Prescott's Monster Hunter is a game where we decide the rating of a monster out of 14. We're going to pick 2 monsters from a faction. And then those are the questions we go through are how would it do in a bath? What we think of the model, and of course, obviously, what we think of the narrative, and then finally what it would taste like.
Yeah.
Yeah? Those are the we give it a rating out of 14, and then we had decided already that Nathan decided because it's his game, the Helgas and the Gargan and the Mangler Squigs are the 2 best monsters inside the Destruction faction, and now we're on to Chaos.
Yeah.
So the first up is the Hell Pit Abomination.
Sweet.
Okay. So what do you think of the model? Question in the Twitch chat. Question to everyone else.
Model's alright. Yeah. Looks like what it's
What it says it
What
is.
it says it is on
Would
the
you want me
tin.
to read what it says it is?
Go on then.
Living nightmares.
That's what it looks like.
Help it abominations are misshapen monstrosities of immense size that squirm, lurch, and drag their way into battle. Their grotesque assemblages of snapping jaws, lashing talons, and crushing fists make short work of the foe. What do you think?
Yeah, they're pretty scary when they get in.
Do you think it would survive
In
in
a
a bath? Woodland King says tonight's show
No.
is a weird show, 14 out of 40. Agreed. Would it survive in a bath?
No.
It wouldn't survive in a bath. I also agree with that sentiment. What do you think it would taste like?
Like burgers.
Like burgers? Chicken nuggets is what they taste like. Chicken nuggets is basically like Help It Abomination meat.
Burgers.
Yeah. But no, not burgers. Burgers is normally like pretty like...
Didn't you watch, what the fuck's it called? The one with the seashells?
What? Oh, not Total Recall. Demolition Man.
Yeah.
With Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
A terrible person, but excellent movie.
Yeah.
The three sit. Oh, go well. Be well, Edgar Friendly. Be well. What about that? What happens in that?
He eats a rat burger.
He does eat a rat burger. Oh, yeah, good point. So, but there'd be a rat burger is what it tastes like.
Yeah, tastes like burgers.
Tastes like rat burger. Okay. It would taste like doner kebab, so 14 out of 14 says Full Creeper.
Good night out.
And Dan the Titan Edition says chicken nuggets is each stuff. Okay. So what would you give the Help It out of 14?
It's Skaven, so it should be 13, but I'll give it...
Nice. Narrative. I really respect that.
I will give it 11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I would give it a... It's quite cool. And I like it. I like that kind of aesthetic. I'm going to give it... I'll go for a 12.
12.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
A Gorgon. So a Gorgon is the Beast of Chaos monster that doesn't throw a rock. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the one covered in blades.
Yeah.
Gorgons are the largest warherd creatures, warped to massive proportions by their rapacious, I'm never coming back to this show again. Blood greed. These colossal beasts slash at their foes with bladed limbs, reaching through the carnage to grab those enemies whose flesh is most delicate. So would they live in a bath? They haven't got hands to get out, so
No,
I say no.
Haven't got really web feet or anything.
And no web feet. But they are cows. Can they survive? Are cows good in water? Can cows swim?
A little bit.
But not loads.
Not when you take off some of their hands and give them blades.
Can't everything swim a little bit until it drowns?
Yeah.
No. All right. Okay. The model. What do you think of the model? I think it's ugly.
Don't you like the art?
No, I think it's rubbish.
Oh, I thought the Cygors and the...
I think the
Gorgons
Cygor's
looked
better,
alright.
but I think the Gorgon's rubbish.
Big cow things.
Yeah, I just think those are my feelings. Don't have to agree with me. Those are just my feelings. Are you into it or not into it?
I don't see them that often. From what I remember,
because they suck in the game.
They're alright.
All right. So
No, not like distasteful, but not like amazing. Mediocre.
So, so these are the Joe Purcell of the Warhammer monsters, and I'm going to give them a 8.
8?
Yeah.
Out of 14, yeah, I'll give them 9.
9?
I reckon it tastes like a nice strong rump steak, something like that.
A rump? Do you think it tastes? I don't think it tastes like rump steak. Not from like a nice steakhouse. This would be like microwaved steak from Wetherspoons.
Well, it depends how you cook it. The meat is so nice.
Well, you just fry it.
Deep fry it.
Deep fry it. Right, the Jabba Slide is up next. So this got an 8 from me and a...
What, that model? I gave it
the Cygor. The Gorgon, sorry.
The Gorgon. I'll give it a 9.
9. Okay, good.
9.
8 and 9. So it's not doing well. The Jabba Slide, grotesque conglomerate... grotesque conglomerations of monstrous body parts. Jabba Slides lurch forth from their swampy lairs to hunt. Their anarchic form drives those who look upon them to madness, while their corrosive blood melts those foolish enough to attack them.
Cool story, man.
Cool story, bro. It is a cool story,
Yeah.
but the model's terrible. And is made of resin and is incredibly hard to put together and very expensive.
Okay.
This gets... Also, I think it would drown.
I think it would swim.
It would swim?
Yeah, Jabba Slides can swim.
And I feel like it would taste like weasel.
Yeah, it would taste awful.
It would taste awful. So this
It's
is
got
getting
that corrosive blood.
yeah, the corrosive blood would be particularly nasty. Yeah. I would give this a 6.
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose it looks like crap. So yeah, I'll give it a 7.
Okay. JBM says the model ugly as fucking it fits the law well. 14 out of 14. J Tuck says make a nice gyro, and then Hypnocracker says Jabba Slide is the worst model they've made so far, which I think is there. And Dinotype Edition agrees. So we're not a big fan of that, are we?
No.
Generally. This one's cool. Big favourite personally. BWG Cannonball probably tastes like a bit gamey. It probably does. But they all probably taste a bit gamey. The Mutalith Vortex Beast.
Oh yeah.
Fucking love this model. The Mutalith Vortex Beast is a single model. It attacks. Oh, they haven't updated its narrative. They haven't put the little bit of narrative in the app.
Oh.
So it attacks its prey with a massive crushing claws and its writhing tentacle maw. A roiling orb of chaos magic rages above the Mutalith's back, warping and twisting everything nearby. And that's why I think it's really cool. Like it's...
you like the orb thing? And
yeah.
The tentacles. You got a thing for tentacles?
Nah, I've not got a thing for tentacles, bruv. But the orb, I'm all about orbs.
Oh, okay.
And that's just, it's so iconic and so... I know obviously that came out in Warhammer Fantasy Battle Days, but I think it's a bit of a shame it's not very good in the game. In Age of Sigmar at the minute.
Yeah.
But I personally would like to see more of those on the tabletop because I think they look amazing. So I'm going to give it a hopeful 10. Like, knowing it's rubbish. Also, it would definitely drown. But would taste like...
Squid.
A magician. It would taste like a magician's fingers.
Oh, okay. What's that? It's not like ladies' fingers then. I'll give it 7.
7?
Yeah.
All right,
I
okay.
don't see them very often,
But
so I don't know.
they're good, though. Tastes like the warp, says Angor Jack. I agree with that. The cockatrice, which is a bird thing. Cockatrices flap and slither towards the enemy in a flurry of motion. Their piercing glares turn victims to stone, while their savage talons shred flesh and their bone. Cruel beaks snap clean through armour and bone. Would it drown?
It's a bird, yeah.
It would drown.
It's
I
not
agree.
a duck bird.
What do you think of the model?
Can't really picture it in my head.
Oh, really?
No.
So it's there you go.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's not bad.
It's a bit of an old model.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a shame. It looks like a Marathi that I've tried to green stuff.
Yeah. No, it's probably resin forged.
It is.
Crap.
It's resin, yeah, I think. So you and then also, what would it taste like? Chicken? Turkey?
Yeah.
Goose?
Depends which bit you're eating, but yeah, probably goose.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It would taste like a meat tapas.
Yeah.
Dan Elkins says, absolutely, the model is amazing, but waste of points, tastes like burnt camel. BWG Cannibal says, I can't say cockatrice without giggling like a schoolgirl. You and me both, brother. That's fantastic. Oh, hi, baby. There's a guy here in Texas who runs a list with 10 of these, calls it the box of cocks. Tastes like a sausage. That's a good point. Chicken crossed with an alligator. BWFG says, tastes like 3 cocks. Could be. Alligator is pretty chickeny anyway, says Anglo Jack. Didn't know that.
Oh. Yeah,
Next up is the Soul Grinder. So this is half robot, half demon. A Soul Grinder is a single model. It's armed with fearsome harvester cannon, piston-driven legs, and a hellforged claw, and can spit horrific phlegm bombardment. Some Soul Grinders are also wield warp metal blade, while others have a demon blade talon. So it hasn't had its story updated in the app.
So it's a robot monster.
It's a robot monster, so barely gets in here. What do you think of the model? Looks weird, should be in 40k, shouldn't be in AOS.
Yeah, it's a 40k model.
It's a 40k model in AOS.
Yeah.
Super weird. Story, there isn't one on there, so it doesn't get a story.
Tastes like shit.
Tastes terrible. Really metallic. And we all know what metallic is, right? It's like when you go down a girl on a period. It's that tangy, coppery taste. Yeah. So I give this a 6. A once a month 6.
Just so you can go down on it. Then in that case, I'll give it a 4. Fuck
a 4.
Robot monster.
Fuck you, robot monster. Get out of our game. Right, next up. The Slaughter Brute of Khorne, also as its story updated. Exactly the same pose as the Mutalith Vortex Beast.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the Khorne one, right? Slaughter Brute of Corn is a single model. It tears its way through the enemy with a pair of razor-tipped claws and mighty jaws. Some Slaughter Brutes are also sport to set lesser claws, rendering them even deadlier. Slaughter Brutes are typically bound by the means of lengthy ritual to the will of a mighty Chaos Champion. Their mind and actions under the control of a warrior born.
Sweet. 7.5. Tastes like.
Definitely would drown.
Yeah, definitely would drown.
Definitely would drown. Yeah, that's a
What
fact.
the hell would it taste like? It'll taste like
Rage.
what? Like an energy drink.
Yeah, I reckon it would taste like dog that you'd flambéed in Red Bull.
Cool. I'll have to try that and come back to you.
We'll cook Jet up later. Yeah, Jet, you're getting in a bath of Red Bull later, bruv. Slaughter Brute can only swim in oceans of blood. That's fair. Tastes like ass, says Echo Jack. And cats up. Next up is the Chimera.
Cool.
Right, a Chimera is a terrifying mixture of bestial body parts bound together by raw chaos energy. From on high, they eye the battlefield with 3 heads, searching for prey amongst the trembling enemies below. What if the enemies aren't trembling?
Then they just keep looking.
They just keep looking. They're only going to eat scared dudes. Hi, Notorious Big Sean. Talking about people who hunt monsters. Notorious Big Sean has over 14 confirmed chicken kills.
That's his mate. Seth.
Oh, yeah, that's sad. Sean hasn't killed anyone or any chickens,
No.
as far as we know.
Yeah.
Sean, I'm so sorry, you big bloody babe. He hasn't killed any, has he?
Well, none that he's owning up to anyway.
Yeah, he hasn't killed any chickens or chimeras. So would a chimera drown? Yes or no? It's a bird, but it's got
What heads has it got?
avian head, draconic head, and leonine head.
It would drown eventually, but it would give it a good swim. It would probably do a couple of lengths before it drowned.
A couple of lengths?
Yeah.
All right, okay. So it's got a while. So, yeah, depends on how big the bath is. What do you think of the story? Interesting that it can only eat stuff that's
Trembling.
scared
Yeah.
or trembling.
It's alright. Not a bad story. I do like the model as well. It's not bad.
Yeah, the model's
Yeah.
cool. The model's, for an older model, it stands up.
Yeah.
If you can paint it well. Rufus says it can breathe through the snake's tail head like a scuba. You just see one snake head, and then a whole chimera pops up, and it's like, "I'm gonna fucking eat ya." Okay. So what do we give this? What do we give this out? And what would it taste like?
Depends which bit you eat, but it'll taste a bit like a.
I think this tastes like a bucket of KFC.
Could do. Yeah, I'd go with that with some hot wings and some zinger burgers, and also maybe, the whole bang shaboodle.
The whole bang shaboodle.
Yeah, and I'll give it I reckon a 12.5 out of 14.
12.5. Okay, that's quite high. I also give this a 12.5. Tastes like turducken, says BWG Cannibal. Turducken?
Nice.
Even if it's long, I really. So Jonathan has recommended we all do the surveys. It's really fun because later on, after asking what gender we are, they get real personal. So then I'm going to give the Chimera an 11. I like the Chimera. It's cool.
I like it.
The Brood Horror, which is a rat.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Of all the skittering creatures that emerge from the Skaven Gnorholes, few can tear apart an enemy faster than a Brood Horror. Its layers of sagging flab and bulging muscles reknit constantly, they've misspelled that, allowing the rat beast to fight on despite the most grievous wounds.
Cool.
So the model's quite cool.
Is this the Forge-Lord one?
It's the Forge-Lord one. It's like a long rat. You can get one where it's got ridden by a Brood Lord as well, or a Claw Lord. I quite like this model personally.
Okay.
It looks pretty swish. It's got quite a nice low profile, which a lot of the monsters don't really have. So that's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Don't tend to see it much.
It's because it's low.
It's because it's low.
Yeah.
Low down and dirty rat. I'm going to give this an 11 just for the low down dirty rat joke. Also, would taste like rat burgers.
Yeah. Tastes like the dude from Demolition Man's burger.
By the way, a turducken is a chicken in a duck in a turkey.
Oh, yeah. I've heard
Is
of
that a thing you can do?
Yeah.
Wait, so would you cook the chicken first
No,
and then
you
put it in the duck?
Stuff it all together.
So you stuff a duck with a chicken,
Yeah.
and then you stuff a turkey with the duck that's got a chicken inside it,
Yeah.
and then you cook it.
Shove it all in the oven.
and then you've got a turducken.
Yeah.
We are learning things today.
Okay. I think you can do a similar thing with fish as well. But yeah, I bet it would drown.
It would drown.
Yeah, rats drowning rats. And in the bath, probably get a length out of the bath, and then it would go down.
The brood horror.
Yeah.
Nah, it's flabby, man. It would just sink. It would just be like.
Oh, in that case, I'm gonna
Yeah,
give
no,
it,
it's drowning.
give
I
it
think
8.5 then
I'm going to give it a 9.
for drowning.
A 9, I
Super
think.
Drowning rat.
Oh yeah, a turducken might be a hell pit abomination. All right, yeah. So it's got an 8 and a 9. Next up, my straight number 14. A chaos war mammoth is an immense beast capable of crushing scores of lesser creatures to bloody paste. By the way, can't kill a night encounter on its own. Beneath its trampling feet and goring foes with huge tusks, each of which carries the force of a battering ram. So some of you may or may not know that I'm a vegetarian. I don't really like to bring it up, and I don't particularly much protest. Oh, never mind. I won't use that word. I'll just say I don't really tend to go on about it, but I have decided. I think maybe the next army I take might be 3 war mammoths. Specifically, I'm going to go as like an eco-terrorist style activist when I go to Warhammer events, with T-shirts that say things like "Free the elephants," "Save the elephants." I'm going to call my army list "The Elephant's Vengeance." After I finish playing a game, I intend to stab everyone with a tusk that I've taken off an elephant. Don't know if that makes me.
That's very eco-friendly.
Is that eco-friendly of me?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. And then wear a headdress made of elephant tusks. While I rattle elephant bones with dice made from ivory. Yes, so that's my future. So I'm super into this. So I would say 14 out of 14 before we even... Would they drown? No. They've got... Elephants can swim, and they love water.
You'd probably get half a length. They're a bit furry.
Shut up, man. They'd stick their snorkel out and be like...
Yeah, but these ones are really furry.
What?
The fur would drag them down.
No, they insulate like a dog that is insulated against water.
Don't drown.
No, they can swim. Swimming dogs.
Half a length.
No, they live. They live in the water. Decision made. I know this is your game, but this is the one I'm thinking
cool. They're quite cool models.
What would they taste like? Elephant.
They taste like elephant. Yeah.
They taste like elephant. And then elephants can use their toot snoot as a snorkel, says Irad. Also, I love the idea that toot snoot is fun. And also the war otter. And then fur seal. Thank you, Papine. They've got fur seal. Sorry, seal fur.
No, they haven't. They've got shaggy fur.
No, they're really good at swimming. Everyone in the chat agrees with me. It does what noise, Rob? This one. Can you give me your best elephant impression, Nath?
No. I can't.
Come on, you're from the jungles of Nambia.
I used to go game watching quite a bit as a youngster, so I've seen loads of elephants.
Yeah.
Their stomachs make a cool noise.
What is that noise?
It's like a whirring, ticking noise.
Wait, the stomachs do? Why?
It's just all the stuff that they're doing inside the stomach, because they're ruminants, aren't they?
They're part of me what?
Ruminants.
What's that mean?
It means they've got loads of stomachs.
They got more than one stomach?
I'm pretty sure elephants have. I don't fucking know. Making shit up now. But yeah.
And if you guys are listening to this, thanks for stomaching this whole conversation.
Yeah.
All right. So the narrative's cool. Model's cool. Tastes like elephant. Never tried elephant. Would never. So I'm hoping like carrot. I would say 14.
I'll give it a solid 13.
Oh my god. Fuck. Okay. Next up, you can't even buy that anymore, so I'm not going to do it. The Cursed Etin. We'll skip that.
Okay.
Warpfire Dragon. Twisted and malignant, these dragons are ruinous creatures that spit gouts of mutilating warpfire. Should one of these spite-filled beasts be slain, its body will erupt in a nova of anarchic energy, reducing its foes to mounds of malformed flesh.
Wow.
It's a dragon, so lives in the water? That is doesn't drown?
Maybe. It's a weird one. A warpfire one, probably put the fire out. And then what?
No, warpfire is different to fire, isn't it? Warpfire's like magical energy.
So it doesn't need oxygen to combust.
What, warpfire?
Yeah.
No, I'm going for no.
Okay.
Because that's what they don't need.
So it's more like potassium, in which case it would burn brighter.
Yeah, stronger. So stronger for that. Also, I love that it explodes into a nova of anarchic energy. So
That's probably when it gets wet.
that's when it gets wet. So it's like a gremlin, and tastes like a gremlin
Tastes like warp fire.
or warp fire. Tastes like fire. we're cheating now. I think.
Yeah.
I think we're not really.
Naga chilies.
Naga chilies.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, nice. It tastes like spicy chicken wings. Is it a dragon, fire dragon though? No, it's a warp fire dragon. So it's your question. Front arms are too human. It makes me uncomfortable. Says JPM.
Cool.
Cool. All right. There's not many left. There's only 4 left. Everyone.
What numbers are we going to give that one? I will give it an 11.
I would also give it 11. I think it's quite cool, and the story made it cooler for me. I like
Yeah.
it exploding. So next up, we got the gigantic chaos spawn. So it's a chaos spawn that's big.
Really big one.
Would it drown? We're not even sure it would need to breathe.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it'd be fine.
Agreed. Chaos Spawn are true abominations. They are twisted forms in violating flesh, moving with an uncontrollable urge for carnage and slaughter. So they're very much like you, Nathan, after several whiskies.
Yeah.
Such debased creatures are literally nightmares made flesh.
So much like me, yes.
Yes. What would you... I think that they wouldn't even necessarily need oxygen or would grow...
I'm sure they could swim quite fine.
They would be fine. So survive inside of a bath.
Easy
Model-wise...
I've never seen one.
You've never seen a giant chaos spawn?
No.
It's quite cool. It's got like hooked claws on the back. But again, it's one of those really interesting things with chaos spawn, right? Like they're all meant to be like nightmarish abominations, but then if you bought 4 of them, it'd be 4 identical models.
Oh, okay.
So I think you buy one and then you do some converting for the others if you wanted one.
Yeah, sounds like conversions.
Paradise.
Wet dream.
Yeah. So I'm going to give it a 9 based on that.
It tastes like whatever the fuck you want.
No, this thing. My old housemate actually once for his birthday we went to a kebab shop at the end of the night, and he got a microwave. He got a kebab which he then didn't eat that night because he was too pissed. He woke up in the morning, he microwaved it and ate it, but he only ate half. He then took it, wrapped it up, put it back into the fridge, and then did the same process again the day after. So it was 3-day-old kebab that he then microwaved up and ate. That's what I imagine it tastes like.
So the same as 1-day-old kebab or fresh kebab.
Yeah, the same as fresh kebab. Yeah,
fair enough. Yeah. Whatever you want then, really.
Yeah, agreed. So that's the giant chaos spawn, and it gets a
8. Just because it tastes like kebab.
That's pretty solid. I'll take an 8. I would give it an 8 also. Next up, we have the Chaos Siege Gargant. Chaos Siege Gargants are towering ironclad brutes equipped with immense hooked blades and massive weighted chains. These monstrosities can tear through fortifications and enemy armies with contemptuous ease. Yes, there we go.
Really big gargants.
It's a really big gargants, but, and this is important, this gargant doesn't drink.
Oh, what a waste of a gargant. Has it got a tin hat?
Has he got a tin hat?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. Thought he did.
He might have. I would say the fact that he doesn't drink drops him down the gargant scale.
But poor.
Yeah. I'm going to go for a 9. Also, I've painted one that looks like a bumblebee.
You painted a gargant to look like Bumblebee. Oh, he's quite little as well.
Yeah.
He's about...
My face for scale. He is quite little, isn't he?
Yeah, that's cool.
But he's got some hooked claws.
Yeah. He definitely couldn't swim.
No, he couldn't. No, so he couldn't swim. He wouldn't even taste like lovely ale-soaked pork that a true gargant would taste like.
Be more like Parma ham.
Yeah, he'd be like Parma ham. Yeah, good point. Yeah. So then, but the story, he's not drunk. I'm going to go for a 9.
Yeah, I'll go 9 as well.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Because not drunk.
So none of the monsters are particularly rubbish. We've rated all the monsters quite high. The Cygor, our second to last monster, some of you may be happy to know.
Throws rocks.
The Cyclopean eye of a Cygor allows it to see the flows of magic that wend across the battlefield as they tear their way through the ranks of the enemy. They feast upon spells as well as the sorcerous souls of those who cast them.
Cool.
Would drown, yes, because he's holding onto a giant rock. He's too stupid to let go of the rock.
Fair enough. I thought he threw them, but yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Maybe we try and do some skipping stones.
Oh yeah,
With a
yeah,
big rock.
skimming. I don't know what it's
Yeah.
called in other countries, but yeah, skimming. That's when you go
Yeah.
down to the river or lake or water. When you go to water and you throw a rock and it skips.
Skip it.
Some people call skipping, maybe. I don't know.
Skimming.
Skimming is what I called it.
Duck hunting, whatever you do.
Duck hunting. Well, if Seth Goomboss is listening, chicken hunting. He should take an army of these. This should be his thing. I could tweet him after. So I reckon it would have. I don't know. It would drown.
Probably if it didn't let go of the rock.
Yeah, it would taste like spinach.
Spinach? What, roulade?
Yes, exactly like roulade.
Spinach roulade.
Yeah,
Mm.
like spinach roulade. And the model is better. Is the best of the two. I quite like it.
Yeah, I quite like this model.
I quite like this model, so I'm going to give it a 10.
Cool. I'll give it an 11 because I will give it a 12. I like it.
All right, nice.
Cycles.
Then finally,
Because they eat magic.
They do eat magic, which
I
is
reckon that would be like a spinach roulade, but with a bit of sherbet.
hidden inside.
Yeah,
Wait, who's that? Who's that chef who does really weird stuff? Heston Blumenthal. Yeah. So
just like one of his creations.
one of his creations. We should tweet him. Heston, if you're listening,
try out the Cygor for size.
Try out Cygor with some sherbet in the middle. The final one, if you guys may be happy to know or not, in Nathan Prescott's Monster Hunter game, Chaos Dragon is a single model with one of the possessed dragon's heads belches swaths of dark fire, while the other lets loose a breath of mutation. Up close, enemies are savaged by its warped maw or torn limbs, or torn limb from limb by its vicious talons. Nathan Prescott, the final monster, would it drown or not drown in a bath?
It's got 2 heads.
Two heads, so it would live?
Drown.
Drown. Okay.
If it had 3, it'd be alright. 2, no.
What do you think of the model? It's old and resin and it doesn't go together very well, and it's quite small for a dragon.
Oh, it sounds like it sucks balls.
Agreed. It's quite cool when it used to be, because it used to be the Zinch demon
character thing, wasn't it?
Fuck, what was his name? Anyway, so it's quite cool. The description's okay. I do like the concept of it being 2 different heads at war, but that's not the story really anymore. I don't think they have one. Galrach, thank you.
Yeah.
So I would say that this bad boy
7.
7. Yeah, I would agree, and it would taste like.
Probably a bit like. It depends how you cooked it. If you cook it with a bit of wine, it would taste like coq au vin.
I think it would be boiled goat.
I like goat.
Boiled goat, though.
Well, add some curry to the boiling.
I'm just saying.
Then goat curry. You could make a nice chaos dragon curry with it.
I've just got this image of you and me doing a cooking show. Welcome to Nathan and Rob's cooking show. Today we'll be making gargant pie. Definitely coming soon. Okay, so out of all of those, I think you chose the one that did quite well. I thought was the Chaos War Mammoth.
Yes, the mammoth and the Cygor.
Nurgling Babysitter has just donated 1,500 bits to the show. Love the podcast. You guys really add depth to the hobby. Mongol pre-nerf 14 inches, Mongol now 2. Thank you very much for the bits donation. We hugely appreciate that. So what did you pick? I picked War Mammoth and
Cygor.
And the Cygor. So there you have it. Chaos monsters have been decided. It's the Chaos War Mammoth and Cygor. And then the Destruction monsters have been chosen. Mangler Squigs and the El Guzzler Gargan. So, Nathan, did you enjoy the game?
Yeah.
Good.
It was fun.
Good. I hope you guys out there enjoyed the game. Don't forget the hashtag I killed 2 dragons or 4 dragons, and just keep your dragon tally racked up.
Keep doing some dragon slaying
as often as you can.
Yeah.
Realistically, yeah. So, and the thing to remember is and the point of the show today, which really had no point, is that it's an amazing hobby to be in and an amazing game.
Yeah.
So there are, I think, definitely problems with some of like the books, the scrolls, the points in some ways. But then that's often been true, like through history, right? Like Vanguard Wing was too cheap. Saurus, remember when they were too cheap?
Yeah.
Do you remember that time when the very first Age of Sigmar, tournament, someone did like 18 turns with 4 inches of the gods? There have been issues in the past, but as a community, we've always overcome it. We've always kicked ass. and the tournaments have always been fun. The community's always been good. It's got more and more popular because of the attitude we've had as a community, which has generally been, oh, well, see you, fuck you, which I would say is generally because of Mr. Nathan Prescott, because that's mainly what he says to me. So I'm quite sensitive to it as a feeling. When I see other people say it, I'm like, oh, no, Nathan's in the house. But yeah, it's awesome, right? So I hope you guys like, because obviously we like to talk, well, we do talk about the competitive nature of the game. We talk about lists, units, do all that. Just remember the game's super fun. Like, or if at a certain point it's being shitty, then just kick the game stick in by having more fun than it.
Yeah. Throw some models together, throw some dice at each other, and have a chat with your mates and play a few games.
Yeah, and if something's too good, then beat it, kill it, fight it. Yeah, get together in a giant group and just fucking murder it. Yeah, that's my plan. And it's part of mine. Jim 98 says this episode was boss level. Now we need to see another Monster Mash playoff between you and Nath, but only for Patreon. No problem. We'll sort that out. You might want to show the stream. Check that pic I sent you. What's up, Rob? For the end of the show, you might want to show the stream. I'm going to double check from the official survey. It's why. Seeing my friends in the community and to prove I'm not the shittest player in AOS is Speckles' reason for playing Age of Sigmar. But how can you never prove something that you're always going to be? Which is right. Speckles actually took Flesh Eater Courts this weekend to the WS10 gaming night and got beaten by a Slave Sonatanus army.
Cool.
True story.
Yeah.
5 dragons. He took the first turn. He gave the first turn away, got the double. Yeah. Lost them both to a Slave to Darkness army. Can you believe it?
Slaves to Darkness are really good.
That's
except when they come up against... What beat Slaves?
Dispossessed beat them, Dave.
There we go.
Dispossessed. FYI, that was their first victory in all of tournament wargaming. So, fuck you.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, look at you.
I've won games with them. So
no, sorry, in 2.2. Just go check the stats page on nursewargamer.com. Yeah.
Well, I know that I've won games with them, so fuck them. Stupid stats.
Right, everyone. Thank you very much for joining the show. Don't forget to join me in LLV tomorrow for the stat show. That's when we get serious. I have heard that the FEC have won 2 events this weekend, so it is what it is, and I hugely appreciate LLV for doing the stats because it benefits all of us. So that's awesome. Thank you to everyone on Patreon and Twitch for subscribing. Nurgling Babysitter giving us some bits. Jim 980 in the chat telling people to jump into Patreon. Everyone who does support us on Patreon, you guys are great. Thank you to Nathan, our show host on 40k show. Those guys are great. John Scrivens, everyone in the Twitch chat who does all of the moderating for us. So Hook and Pin's in there, Sanice is in there. Just you badasses, just being awesome. Tristan, LV, all you guys are wonderful. And ladies, sorry. Or whatever you identify as, which is, of course, a honey badger. So I'd like to encourage you all to play a game. So don't forget to put your hashtag I killed X amount of dragons. And the other game I would encourage you all to do, next week, Nathan, we're going to turn up with my Twitter and also the Facebook page for the Honest Wargamer. Please send your suggestions for stats of a honey badger unit. Yeah, the unofficial Honey Badger battle tome coming from the Honest Wargamer.
Special abilities.
Yeah, well, I think we should do a battle tome, Nate.
Well, a whole battle tome.
Of Honey Badger Hippo Pirates.
Fair enough.
The unofficial battle tome from the Honest Wargamer. What do you think? Yeah, we haven't got enough to do, so let's do that too.
Fair enough, let's do that as well.
So please send us with all... the band... Maybe it could be... What would we call the... What would we call the battle tome? Again, send us the names. We'll do this week by week. Please send us the names for the Honey Badger Hippo Battle Tome. We would like to know. And John Scrivens, if you're out there, or any artist, if you'd like to do the art for the for all of it, we're going to need several pictures. Hey, Donald Didio, hope you're good. We're going now. It's so cool seeing you. I hope you guys are good. Nathan, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Don't forget, every army can be a winning army if you stop being a honey badger about it.